notice and give to chairman. Thank you. Sit. Shri Sujit Kumar ji, Mani Sujit Kumar.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, I, on behalf of my party, Biju Janata Dal, support the bill. But, sir, we have a few concerns and a few suggestions, and we urge and request the government to consider these suggestions and address the concerns. Sir, amendment to Section 20 and Section 60 of the Representation of People Act will help substitute the word wife for spouse and make the statute gender neutral. Very welcome, sir. Sir, amendment to Section 14 will have 4 qualifying dates for first-time voters to be registered. Sir, as of now, anyone who is born after January 1st, let's say on January 2nd or January 3rd, is not eligible to be registered and has to wait for 1 year. So this is also a welcome amendment, sir. Sir, another amendment relates to requisitioning of premises for election-related voting, counting, and storage of the counting machines or other devices. Welcome move, sir. Sir, all of these are welcome move, but our concern is related to the amendment of Section 23. Sir, Section 23 of the bill will allow linking of the electoral roll with the Aadhaar database. Sir, this will allow any electoral registration officer to ask the Aadhaar number of applicants wanting to register as a voter or to establish the authentication of entries already in the electoral roll. Sir, this is done to identify to establish the identity of the applicant or of a electoral roll. Sir, great intent. Who would, sir, dispute these intentions? But, sir, the concern of my party is that there is a likelihood of abuse of this intent. Sir, we wholeheartedly compliment and support the intent of the government to weed out bogus, duplicate or fake voter IDs and also to mitigate electoral malpractices. We do support that intent, sir. But, sir, please hear out my concern. Sir, if the purpose is to establish the identity of the voter or a potential voter or to authenticate the entry in the electoral roll, so that can be done just by linking the voter ID with the Aadhaar number. That should suffice because the Aadhaar number is a unique identifier. Why do we have to link the voter ID with the entire Aadhaar database? Sir, does it, on the Aadhaar ecosystem, does it not leave the possibility of the biometric data being misutilized, sir? Sir, linking Aadhaar to doling out welfare benefits and DBT, we have seen has weeded out corruption to a large extent and also, sir, significantly improved the last mile delivery of the intended beneficiaries. So, sir, use of Aadhaar to that extent has been hugely helpful. But, sir, we also know and also have seen that the use of Aadhaar for PDS payments, for NREGA payments has also led to a large number of exclusions. Sir, why should we not be concerned that this will happen in this case as well, sir? Sir, this linking of the voter ID with the Aadhaar ecosystem might lead to the profiling and disenfranchisement of voters, disenfranchisement of voters. Sir, voting is a constitutional right, sir, as you know. Article 325 and 326 of our Constitution allows every eligible citizen to be able to vote. But, sir, this possibility of disenfranchisement might be legally impermissible and particularly detrimental to those who belong to the marginal segment of society, sir, like migrant workers or those belonging to the minority communities. Sir, electoral data at present is held by the ECI in its own database. It has its own verification process and also is separate from all other government databases. Sir, this proposed linkage will make data available to the ECI, Election Commission of India, and if it is misused, the information may result in targeted political advertisement. Sir, I'm using the word may. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not saying it is the intent of the government, but there is a possibility it might lead to targeted political advertisement. Sir, there is also a possibility of compromise of privacy of the individuals. and breach the Supreme Court ruling in Justice Puttaswamy's case, which other honorable members have pointed out. Sir, there is no clarity on whether this bill will pass the test, the benchmark test, the 3 tests, which was articulated by Honorable Supreme Court in Justice Puttaswamy case, and whether the other details should be utilized for other benefits as well. Sir, the bill is also further concerning from a privacy point of view, given that India still doesn't have a data protection law, functional data protection law. Sir, now in the absence of a data protection law, if the data is made available to any particular political party, it should also be made to every other political party so that there is a level playing field. So my party, Biju Janata Dal, demands that in the absence of a data protection law, if data is available to one political party, it should also be made available to every other political party or entity. Sir, finally, sir, subsection 6, sir, subsection 6, which is to be added to section 23. Shall I read it out? No application for inclusion of names in the electoral roll shall be denied, and no entries in the electoral roll shall be deleted for inability of an individual to furnish or intimate, sir, 30 seconds, sir, 30 seconds, to furnish or intimate Aadhaar number due to such sufficient cause as may be prescribed. Sir, why was it not prescribed in the Act itself? Sir, I do understand that the government may prescribe it in the rules, but it leaves lot of ambiguity and lot of discussion with the government. So, sir, in principle we support the bill, but we want our concerns and suggestions to be taken note of. Thank you.
Thank you. Sri Ram